Wha-bam! Hello and welcome back to the channel. It's Lit Life with Miranda Reads, and today we're talking about Christmas presents. To be honest, buying books for someone is hard, but finding them a bookishly awesome present, that's the fun bit. Today I'm going to go through 12 wonderfully bookish presents that are sure to brighten any book lover's life. First up, Bookmarks. I know, it's a little bit basic, but it's also an absolute classic stocking stuffer. However, there are only so many pieces of cardboard that one can handle. That's why when you pick out a bookish bookmark, you need to go bold. You need to go wild. You need a nessie that can swim through your book like a champ. The Loch Ness Monster and the Bookworm bookmark both come in a variety of colors and hit that essential cuteness factor. I love how they give this pop of 3D charm without significantly impairing the book's ability to close. This is a fabulous addition to a larger gift or a stocking stuffer. Next up is a wonderful classic for the book lover, bookish mugs. Personally, these are my current favorite mugs and ones that I'm actually going to be giving away to my friends this season. First up is the Rainbow Bookshelf mug. I love the colorful design and the simplicity of this mug. It's a classic look. And then there's the Bookmarks Are for Quitters mug, which is for voracious readers. And finally, this weekend's going to be lit-erary, which is more of a fun, spontaneous mug. Personally, when I give mugs, I like to give them with something, whether it be a cookie in a cup kit or a hot chocolate set or tea, just so they have something to drink while they are reading their books. Which actually brings us to the next item, tea. Specifically, novel teas, which is a literary themed English breakfast tea kit. This comes with 25 tea bags individually tagged with various quotes. I love the spontaneity of just picking a tea bag and then having that quote for that day. And it just feels like a very fun way to enjoy your breakfast tea. Now, this is also a great way to connect with above, the coffee mugs. And it's good tea. I mean, I've had quite a bit of it already, and I am loving it. Moving right along, we have a modern book light. I can't be the only one who remembers balancing a flashlight in your lap or scrounging in the house for AAA batteries to get that book light working again. This Vaunt book light is a sleek, rechargeable book light that comes with 3 modes of light. There's a bright one, a bluish one, and then a soft, warm light. All 3 of them are very workable, and I love the battery life on this book light, which is about 60 hours. Perfect. Next up is coloring books. Yes, I know, I'm pretty psyched for this too. I absolutely adore anything coloring, and to be honest, I've been looking for bookish or tangentially bookish ones for a while now. The first one I have is Bookish, and that is a coloring book for book lovers by Jessica Hildreth. This one has bookish quotes, libraries, and various reading-related pictures scattered throughout. It's a little bit thin, which kind of puts it in the stocking stuffer category, but at the same time, it's a fun way to connect a bookish hobby to something you can physically do in real life. The second one I have is Disney themed, but grown-up Disney version of coloring books. Thomas Kinkade Studios produces these stunning paintings of various Disney scenes, and this gorgeous coloring book showcases the full-color illustrations along with a outline-only version that you can color in. Low-key, I just want to cut these pictures out and frame them and put them in a spare room or something. Now, this would be great to give on its own, or preferably, I would say, with coloring utensils. More likely pencils or coloring markers rather than crayons, because the lines are very thin and the sections are kind of small. Now that I have a few books on screen, let's talk about things that we can kind of give with the books, aka stamps. So I picked up this library stamp from Remarks by Excel Mark on Etsy. It comes with an ink pad, and I chose turquoise, and then you use it to mark which books belong to you. I love to use mine when I lend a book to a friend, or when I drop off my books at the little free reading library. I love the idea of someone finding my book and figuring out a little bit about the person who's owned it before, And I'm also really crossing my fingers that someday I'll see my books again. The shipping was super fast on this book stamp, and I've used it all last year, and it's perfect. Now, I haven't done a lot of books as Christmas gifts, mostly because, well, it's hard. It's hard to find that perfect Christmassy book that will be universally loved. That being said, I do have a few suggestions. The books I've been using for demos are definitely recommended because they are absolutely gorgeous. But if I had to choose a Christmassy book to give, it would have to be A Christmas Carol, but the recipe book version. I am a huge fan of literary cookbooks, like literally obsessed with the literary cookbooks. And I love the way this Christmas Carol was reimagined as a cookbook. It takes several celebrity chefs and has them pick out a period of the book, aka like the beginning or Marley's Ghost, and then pick out recipes that would go in a meal. For example, in that first one, there would be stuffed mushrooms, spinach salad with dried cherries, and buttermilk biscuits, all recipes designed by Martha Stewart in this case. I feel like this is just such a fun way to experience a classic tale. And last but not least, how could I not recommend a personal library kit? This was such a fun concept designed by Knock Knock. It has 20 self-adhesive pockets along with checkout cards and a date stamp in the ink pad and a pencil. I love to use this one mostly, well actually all the way, for people who borrow books from me. It's just a fun way to kind of remind them that, yeah, they have to get that book back to me. But it also is kind of a cool accessory where you can keep track of who's borrowed what book. All in all, these are my favorite Christmas bookish recommendations. I have all the links where you can purchase them down below. And if you have any other questions or if you have any other suggestions, I would love to hear them. Thank you so much for watching. Merry Christmas and happy reading. Bye.